Hey guys, and welcome back to Wellness Wednesday here on this really cold February morning. I just want to say thank you so much to the 81 of you that have watched last week's video. So here on a Wednesday, we're talking about things like weight loss, supplements to help heal my body, and generally like looking towards making better life choices and doing things that make me feel happy, doing things that are going to make my body healthier in the long run, gradually over time, trying to lose a bit of weight within that journey as well. So if things like that interest you, then stick around and consider subscribing to get more videos like this in the future. Right, so it's been my birthday on the weekend, so there's no surprise in saying that I have gained some weight this week. I have gained 1 kilo, which it is what it is. I knew it was going to happen. There's kind of like no expectation on myself to enjoy my birthday weekend and indulge in a little bit of like naughty foods like pizzas, chocolate cake, and things like that, and then get away with not putting weight on. So, you know, 1 kilo is what it is. It does mean it brings me back to exactly the weight that we started this journey on. After a month, I haven't lost any weight, but I haven't gained any weight either. So we're exactly where we were when we started. It is what it is, and that's that for the beginning of the video. The second thing I want to mention quickly is my present from one of my lovely subscribers. It's really kind of you to pop onto my Amazon wish list and send me something. It came in this lovely, beautiful packaging, which I will repurpose because I love repurposing things. And this is from Neil, so it came with a little envelope saying who the gift was from. With much love from your friend in New Zealand. A happy birthday, beautiful lady. See you on YouTube. From Neil. That's lovely. And then he bought me this book, The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So this has been on my TBR, to be read list for a while. So it's a fantasy book, no surprises. That is one of my favourite genres. So this is going to be bumped up the list. There's a few books I want to read before this. Like I'm currently reading one book for one book club. I've got another book for a second book club that I'm in that I want to read as well. Then it will probably be this, and hopefully that will bring me to the end of February. But I do need to pull my socks up because I did slack with my reading over the weekend. So thank you so much, Neil. That is amazing. So with a new month comes a new budget for supplements. Every month I'm going to try and budget around the £50 marker for some supplements and gradually build up a supplement collection. I've got like a massive list now of things that I want to start taking on a regular basis, and trying out new things to see if like they help me feel better, not only in my body but in my mind. A quick note to say, like wasn't very regular with taking my mushrooms over the weekend. There were at least 2 occasions where I forgot to take the ones in the afternoon and the evening. My sleep then just went out the window. There was one night where I was literally awake until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was so freaking tired on the Sunday when I woke up, just tired all day long. So whether that's, you know, because I didn't take my calm mushroom in the evening and then I had a bout of insomnia, I'll never really know, or if it was just because I wanted to stay awake for something that I wanted to watch. I don't really know. So there's something maybe to be said about that. But anyway, so this month's supplements, I have got 2 new supplements. I bought double of them because I had a 50% discount code because I left this brand a review on Google or on Trustpilot, I think it was. Basically, you left them a review, you emailed them to prove that you had, they would send you a 50% discount code, and then you could use it on full price items, but you couldn't use it on like bundles. So I put 2 of these in my basket and 2 of these in my basket. this is the tremella mushroom and this is the shilajit mushroom, and I will now be talking a little bit more in detail about the benefits of taking these and why I want to take them. Just a quick note about the brand. They accidentally sent me the resin form of this, but I didn't want the resin form because it looks like a bit of a pain in the ass to take on a regular basis. But they've recently released exactly the same potency rate, but in a powder form, which I'm used to taking. So like adding this into my routine isn't something like that's more difficult for me to do in the mornings. So I emailed them. I said, hey, look, I ordered 2 shilajits, but you sent me the resin form instead of the powder form. And they were like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. These literally arrived the next day with a prepaid envelope to package up the resin form of the shilajit to send back to the company. The customer service has been absolutely excellent, so friendly, so approachable. You're not made to feel daft by asking anything or anything like that. I wasn't a nuisance, I wasn't a burden. And like for me, that is just absolutely everything. They're looking after their customers and providing us with the goods at the same time. So I'm going to be talking about the tremella mushroom to begin with. The more research I've done about this, it's actually now like known as like the beauty mushroom of like the beauty industry in Asia and stuff like that. So I have written a few like notes down on my little notepad. It's called the beauty mushroom. It's not a collagen, but it does boost your body's own natural production of collagen and of hyaluronic acid, which is great. So it basically moisturizes your skin from the inside out, rather than putting like a hyaluronic acid on your face to moisturize from the skin inwards, or taking literally a collagen supplement that's been manufactured in a lab out of synthetic ingredients. This is actually a mushroom that naturally does that for you anyway. There's something that says like the potency rate is like 30-1. So basically 1 gram of this is the equivalent to 30 grams of other tremella mushrooms that are available on the market. So there are some tremella mushrooms that I've seen that you can buy 60 grams of. So this is a 60 grams in this whole packet. Let me find the price for you. So this is 60 grams for $19.99, and I have seen 60 grams for like, is it like £10 more than that? It was like $29.99, but the potency rate is 1 gram to 1 gram. So this here is basically taking all the active parts of the mushroom and putting it into the amount, the 60 grams. Whereas like the other one's taking like the whole mushroom, and somewhere within that 60 grams, there's 1 gram of it that's going to be the active ingredient in the mushroom that's going to like do the stuff that it claims that it should be doing. So you take 1 gram of this a day. I'm currently adding it into my morning coffee because I've got other things that go on my porridge instead, and I don't want to have like a bowl of porridge that tastes just like mushrooms. This is actually a really palatable flavour, kind of reminds me a lot of like Horlicks in a way. It's a very light coloured powder, as you can see in there. It doesn't smell that bad. Again, it's like smelling that, it smells a little bit like Horlicks. It's very fine, and it like does like dissolve into like a warm liquid very, very easily. So I haven't had any problems taking this so far. I only have been taking this for maybe like 3 or 4 days now. So obviously it's too soon to start seeing any benefits of stuff like this, but I am interested to see how it will help with my skin in the future, because I do tend to get a little bit dry these days. I have got fine lines and wrinkles. I'm not expecting like the fine lines and wrinkles to like magically disappear, but we will see in time. So this holds 500 times its own weight in moisture. So I think that's just amazing. It's like something, I feel like adding something like this into my routine is much easier for me to do and remember to do than like having a bottle of hyaluronic acid and putting it on like topically instead. So that's that. And then this one I'm really excited about. So this is Shilajit. So this can only be found in like the Himalayan mountains. And it's like the active ingredient in it is like fulvic acid, which has got like 80 different minerals in 1 gram of this. So 1 gram of this every day, just like 1 gram of this every day. This one is 50 grams, and inside it has its own little measuring scoop, which is a lot smaller than the measuring scoop that I've been using for my other mushrooms. Like I've been using like 1/4 of a teaspoon when I've been weighing it out, because when I weighed that on my little herbs and spices weighing scales, that said it was 1 gram, but I'm just going to be using this for this. This has got a really strong taste and flavour, to be perfectly honest. So I am mixing this into my morning coffee, because the coffee like almost doesn't cancel out the flavour of it, but it makes it more palatable. I think if I was to have this in water on its own or put it into my porridge, it would just like overpower absolutely everything. So this is really good for your brain health and cognitive function, and it helps your body to detox, so I've heard. Like I said, there's 80 different minerals within it, so it's basically like nature's natural multivitamin that hasn't been like created in a lab with loads of other like synthetic bulking agents, binding agents, caking agents, glazing agents and stuff like that. It's third party tested, so it's all organic. When it's third party tested, it basically clarifies that the product is what it says it is. It hasn't got anything else in it that it's stating and stuff like that. So there is something that I have seen that you can do your own research on online. Is go on to PubMed, I think it is. Let me pull the website up. So it's this website here called PubMed. I don't know how many, but there's like been some studies done on the use of Shilajit. Now, the lady that I like to watch on TikTok that I have mentioned in my other videos, which is how I came across things like this, said that she's not allowed to talk about some of the studies on TikTok, otherwise she'll be told off and banned for talking about them. I don't really understand why that would be, so I'm only going to assume that it's like claiming to cure things or prevent things that pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know about, because this is my personal opinion, that I believe that pharmaceutical companies give you like a medication that doesn't actually end up healing you or curing you of something, because otherwise if you're cured then you're no longer a customer of theirs as such. So it kind of makes sense to me. It's something that I have been thinking in my mind for a while. Pharmaceutical companies do like rule the world and things like that, and like keep us locked into this we are ill, so therefore we need to take lots of medications type of mentality. I'm not saying all medications are of that, but I'm definitely saying that if you were to take things like this, then you would probably prevent yourself from getting ill and then not need to take the medications in the first place. The majority of the time. Obviously everybody's body is different, everybody thinks differently. Those are probably to some of you wild accusations or wild statements to make, but they are a little hint of what I do believe in. And that apparently Shilajit is also good for your energy levels. So yes, I've been taking these for about 4 days now, so no results as of yet, but we shall see. With regards to mental health, I've had a really crap couple of days. Like I've been really angry, really shouty, really snappy, which is a shame, because I feel like or had hoped that taking these supplements was going to be almost a form of like a natural antidepressant in a way. I'm not talking about like a like for likeness of what an antidepressant was to do, but like it would like clear my brain fog or lift some of that and help me be able to like think more clearly and not like fly off the handle and things like that. So that's a shame that that's happened. I'm embarrassed about my behavior in a way, but is what it is. I can only apologize for what I've done and then try again, try harder, try and look back at see what triggered me at the time and see if I can prevent that from happening. Look where I've been scratching my skin. But yeah, so that's basically all I've got for you guys this week. I don't want to bore you with loads and loads of information or overdo it. But yeah, this brand is Ancient Extracts. I highly recommend you go and look at their website. PubMed, I've only just come across this website this morning. So I will be taking a look on there at some like studies about said mushrooms that I am taking, just purely out of interest to see what's what. I urge you to do the same thing. This week, I've been thinking in my mind, I want to do like a physical challenge this week, maybe to like get myself back on track. I wanted to do something that was like house-based, purely because I'm just really not enjoying going out and walking in the cold at the moment. It's just making me feel not that great and not really motivated to do it. So I was thinking of like doing something silly like a sit-up challenge. So like, you know, training some of my core, which is like a bit of a problem area for me at the moment. I used to do lots of like sit-ups and core exercises before I was pregnant, but after I had Holly and obviously now my second child, Hamish, you're told, you know, you shouldn't exercise your core for at least 6 months afterwards, because the muscles that are like that separated while you were pregnant won't like sew themselves back together properly or something like that. Me being, you know, freshly postpartum, believed a lot of these things and was like, oh, I don't really feel like I should do them ever then, in case, you know, I tear or rip my muscles apart or whatever. But I'm 3.5 years postpartum now. I'm pretty sure doing sit-ups now will be absolutely fine. So I'm gonna find myself like a week-long sit-up challenge and see if I can record myself in the process, just for something fun, different to do. I'm looking for something that's getting me a little bit more active, that's a little bit of a challenge, that's a little bit fun, that's giving me a little bit of like motivation to do something a bit different. So I do feel a little bit bunged up, as you can hear, which isn't ideal, but we're not like a fully blown cold. It's something that's been teetering on the edge for a couple of days. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you are having a lovely week. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think about my new supplements. If you've heard of any other supplements that you would like me to look into or think would be good for someone like me to take, then let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you all next week, guys. Bye.